Yeah. It's this ugly mug again. You know what it's doing here. We're going to do something a little bit different. Parental advisory for any of you people out there that can't handle a little bit of language or anything like that. I know how everybody's so sensitive and easily offended anymore, you know. I don't want to hurt your fragile little feelings. I just don't want to do that, do I? I would never do that. Yeah, if you believe that, we're all going to hell. And I got a first class ticket, especially for you. All right. There's a lot of things that have been going on, and it just kind of is peeling over. So, and I know I've been trying to rebrand myself and go through a lot of things. So, um, things are going to change a little bit on this show, just a little bit. Yeah. Um, but we're going to talk about an issue here, real quick. Climate change. Climate change. It's the equivalency of believing in a religion. Why is that? Because you're taking a lot of things on faith. You really are. If you believe in climate change, and this is not to be mean, it's not to be the bad man. Well, maybe I am the bad man. I don't care if I am the bad man. Make me out to be the bad man. I don't care. Whatever makes you happy. But anyways, I'm just trying to approach this with some knowledge, some common sense knowledge that just isn't being thought about. The earth itself, not everything is known about the earth. I mean, if we knew everything about the ozone, daggone a cat knock over my controller. You gonna buy me a new one? Nope. No, quit knocking over crap. Anyways, this planet has so much unknown about it. So much unknown. Uh, Heck, take a look at the oceans. Over 70% of the ocean is undiscovered. We don't know what's there. We don't know what's going on there. We don't know what its shape and design is. We don't know anything about it. I mean, there's so much about this earth we don't know. The ozone isn't even completely understood. The ozone's repairing itself, and scientists are scratching their head and going, how is this happening? If they understood the ozone, shouldn't they be able to figure this the fuck out? Hey, they got things figured out and they can base on what's making this ozone go down. Shouldn't they be able to figure out how it works and how it repairs itself? So hold on, wait a minute. You're basing knowledge off of something you don't know the complete information about? That just seems irresponsible. It seems reckless. Because if you don't understand a lot of things about this planet, I mean, there's so many species that hasn't been discovered. There's still parts that are of our lands that haven't been discovered and fully explored. And yet we want to base climate change, an answer to a problem, off of incomplete information. And that's just, it's not logical. It just doesn't seem to fit at all. I mean, take, for example, Egypt. I mean, carbon emissions wasn't a thing back during, the time when Egypt was full blown. I mean, Egypt used to be a nice, lush land with rivers and greenery. And then it became a desert that it's known for today. So was that climate change? I mean, there's a lot of areas, a lot of places that used to be desert that are now lush green areas. There are a lot of places that are now lush green areas that used to be desert. You remember back in school when they taught you that the earth, once it was proven that the earth, the landmass was all together, and then the continents on the plates, they separated and created the land masses that we know today? So, you telling me the Earth changed drastically once before? It had an ice age. The ice age, was it because of global warming? There was no carbon emissions back then. Can you tell me how that happened? Uh, well, I mean, I think I've heard what happened during the ice age and what caused the ice age, but I just don't remember. It's been so long ago since I've been to school for this. But, you know, basing information, like I said, and an answer off of incomplete information is just careless. It's reckless. Science, don't get me wrong, is great at everything that we've made. Everything that we created, science is great at. As far as anything nature-wise, science is seriously lacking in knowledge. I mean, even as far as medical, for the human body, the human brain is still widely unknown. We don't know how it works. We know the parts and what works what and the broad synopsis of things, but we don't know specifically how it does things. There's just so much unknown and so many daggone things like elements that we can't even see. I mean, heck, we're discovering new elements. I mean, what was it here in the last 10 years? We discovered dark matter. We can hardly ever see it. I mean, we can barely even glimpse it now. Well, there's an unknown that we're not seeing here, that we're not prepared to see yet. So think about this before you sit there and preach to people about climate change, because the Earth, no matter what you say, the Earth isn't doomed. The Earth will always be here. Whether we are or not, that's a different story. But I don't know. It's just, you're taking a lot of things on faith to actually believe in climate change. And I think that's kind of careless and reckless. So, you do you, and I'll do me. I think we're missing some huge chunks of information that could possibly alter the way we think about things. And until we find out all these chunks of information and understand the full history of the Earth, we don't even know how the core, or what's in the core of our planet. And you want to tell me you know everything and you can base answers on how this planet works? Nah, I don't think so. Y'all have a good one. Or be good at it. I prefer to be good at it. It's more fun that way, You get to have a lot of fun that way. Being good all the time, it's kind of boring, kind of pansy-wansy. So anyways, y'all have a good one.